This is the biggest Apple TV upgrade we've ever seen, and honestly, it's about time. Think about it. The last refresh landed in 2022. In tech years, that's basically an eternity. If you're still rocking the 22 Apple TV 4K or worse, the old HD model, you're about to miss out on what could become the central nervous system of your entire smart home. This isn't just a box for Netflix and YouTube anymore. The 2026 Apple TV 4K is shaping up to be a console-class gaming machine, a serious smart home hub, and the first time we see true Apple intelligence woven into the biggest screen in your house. If you've been waiting to upgrade, or you were bummed when it didn't drop late in 2025, I've got good news. The wait is almost over. The latest reports paint a picture of a device that could change how you use your TV every single day. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into everything we know about the 2026 Apple TV 4K, the release window, the massive jump in performance, the secret connectivity weapon insiders are calling the N1 chip, the design and remote tweaks, and the pricing rumors causing a stir. I'll also give you my honest take on whether you should save your money or be ready to pre-order the second it goes live. Let's start with the question everyone's asking. Where is it? Most of us expected a late 2025 launch to catch the holiday wave. That didn't happen. Reliable insiders now point to early 2026, think March or April, and the reason doesn't seem to be supply chain drama. By all accounts, it's a software call. Apple wants this box to ship alongside the next major tvOS release, tvOS 26, complete with the full Apple Intelligence feature set built in. They didn't want to push out new hardware without the brain to match. Annoying delay? Yes, but the upside is huge. When this thing lands, it should be fully unlocked on day one. Now, the heart of the new Apple TV is the chip, and this is where it gets wild. The current model runs on a 15 Bionic, a great chip in its day. But the 2026 Apple TV 4K is widely rumored to leap to the A17 Pro. You might remember it from the iPhone 15 Pro. That upgrade alone is a game changer for two big reasons. First, Apple Intelligence. The A17 Pro is the minimum threshold Apple set for its new on-device intelligence stack, and that unlocks a very different experience on your TV. We're talking about a smarter, far more contextual Siri that can understand natural layer requests and act across apps. Ask, "Show me the movie where the guy fights an alien in a snowstorm," and it can actually find the thing. Say, "Pull up photos from my Japan trip 3 years ago and make a quick slideshow with lo-fi music," and it gets it done. Need to dim the living room lights, lock the front door, and start a Pixar movie for the kids? One sentence, one assistant, one box. That's what Apple Intelligence on the big screen could feel like. Second, gaming. A17 Pro introduced hardware, accelerated ray tracing, a big deal for lifelike lighting, reflections, and shadows you usually only see on high-end consoles. Pair that with Apple's Metal graphics pipeline and modern upscaling, and the Apple TV 4K stops being a casual Apple arcade toy. We're talking legit ports and premium titles running smoothly, with controller support for PlayStation and Xbox out of the box. Resident Evil, Death Stranding, Assassin's Creed, those aren't just tech demos anymore. If Apple leans in with developers, this could be the budget console families buy, the compact rig casual gamers prefer, and the quiet box enthusiasts love because it does everything else so well. Hook up a controller, launch a game, and your living room turns into a console experience. No fan noise, no giant tower, no drama. But raw speed isn't just about the main processor. There's a second chip rumored inside that might be even more important for the future, the N1. Think of it as Apple's custom connectivity brain handling Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Thread with surgical precision. Why should you care? Because it could be the difference between, "Ooh, why is this buffering?" and "Wow, everything just flies." The N1 is rumored to bring Wi-Fi 7 to Apple TV. On a compatible router, Wi-Fi 7 is insanely fast and built for crowded homes with tons of devices. Imagine streaming a pristine 4K HDR movie while downloading a massive game update in the background without your connection flinching. Latency drops, reliability climbs, and multi-device juggling gets painless. The N1 should also make continuity features feel instant. Using iPhone as a continuity camera for FaceTime on the TV? Connections snap together quickly and stay buttery smooth. Need to enter a password? The continuity keyboard prompt hits your phone instantly every single time. Tiny pain points you learn to tolerate just disappear. And for smart home nerds, here's the big one: Thread radio built into the hub. That means this Apple TV becomes your best-in-class Thread border router for Matter devices, lights, locks, sensors, plugs. Automations get snappier, devices stay connected more reliably, and your home feels responsive in a way Fi-only hubs rarely achieve. If you've ever waited 5 seconds for a turn-off living room command to actually happen, you know how big this is. Let's talk picture and sound. Because yes, it's still a TV box. Expect support for next-gen Dolby Vision with more precise dynamic metadata, plus HDR10 Plus continuing to round out compatibility. On a high-end, older, mini LED set, that means brighter highlights, inky blacks, and color accuracy that makes even familiar movies feel new. If you've ever said, "I've seen this 100 times," wait until you see what dynamic HDR can do when it's dialed in frame by frame. Audio is where the rumor mill gets loud, pun intended. Enthusiasts have begged Apple for true bitstream audio pastoral, Dolby True HD with lossless Atmos, and DTS-X for the holdouts with beastly AVRs. With the A17 Pro's headroom and a more modern HDMI pipeline, there's no technical reason Apple couldn't flip this on via software. If Apple finally unleashes real pastoral and tightens up EARC behavior, it could kneecap dedicated media boxes like NVIDIA Shield for serious home theaters. For a lot of cinephiles, that's the one feature keeping them on older platforms, and 2026 might be the year Apple finally checks the box. Now let's address the most intriguing curveball: a built-in camera. Bloomberg has reported that Apple tested Apple TV hardware with an integrated camera. Why do that? FaceTime on the TV is the obvious first use, no more propping your phone against a candle during family calls. But it opens the door to more. Presence detection that dims lights and pauses playback when people leave the room. Gesture controls to pause with a raised hand or skip with a swipe. Even fitness plus form tracking powered by the same computer vision tricks the Vision Pro uses. Privacy would be front and center, think hardware kill switch or physical shutter. Will a camera ship on the standard model? Not guaranteed. But a higher-end Pro variant with a camera is absolutely in the realm of possibility. Design-wise, don't expect Apple to reinvent the small black square. The 2026 Apple TV 4000 will likely remain a sleek, compact box that disappears into your setup. Rumors point to a slightly thinner chassis and a refined finish to match Apple's latest accessories. The remote, however, is due for a quality-of-life glow-up. The current Siri remote is excellent until it vanishes into the couch. This year, expect precision finding with Apple's UWB tech, the U2 chip, so your iPhone can point you to the remote down to inches. Toss-in backlit buttons, a snappier touch surface, a louder ping finder tone, haptics for scrubbing, and USB charging. And you've got a remote you won't curse at. Ports and standards matter too. HDMI 2.1 should be standard, unlocking 4K 120 variable refresh rate, VRR, and auto low latency mode, ALM, for buttery smooth gaming. Expect rock-solid EARC for passing high bandwidth, audio to your soundbar, or AVR. Ethernet will likely stick around on higher capacity models, gigabit at minimum, with some whispers of 2.5 GBE for those wiring their home networks. Bluetooth 5.4 with AAA-DAA Chitin controller latency, and improve AirPods' battery life while enabling next-gen spatial audio features. And storage? With bigger games and richer apps, a 128 gigabytes base model and a 256 gigabytes upgrade make a lot of sense.